PlayStation 4 Slim. I'll show you what's going on. Switch you to microscope. Sorry about that. I just realized my microscope camera had frozen. So let me go through that again. So again, a no power situation on a PS4 Slim. You can pretty much, so directly on the other side from your Southbridge, flip it over. And what we're looking at is these filters. They go down to this capacitor. Those filters should not be short. And I'm going to connect my meter as I was intending to do before I realized my microscope was frozen. Okay, I'll put red on ground. And as you can see, we are shorted on these filters. They should not be at all. We're shorted on this side of the capacitor. This side is the ground side. So we have a shorted Southbridge, which is a very common fault on this particular model. Let me throw the board number up there for you. Okay. So what I need to do is check these other donors and make sure they do not also have a Southbridge issue, because they would like me to try the donors before ordering a Southbridge. I typically have pretty good success with ordering the Southbridge, but middling success with the donors because it is such a common fault and I don't have a large pile of donors. Okay, this one does not appear to be short, so that's a good possibility. We'll probably do it first. So what I'm going to have to do is make sure they're matching. That is a CXD 900 blah 42GG 42GG. Good. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to oh, it looks like they did a APU refill on this one. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to pull this one. We're going to reball it. Get it prepped for the other one, and then we'll pull the other one and put this one on. In the meantime, I can throw up my temperatures while I get my equipment up and running. We may use every iron. I do not know. Unlikely to use the Pico pencil, but I don't ever like to count it out. All right, back to microscope. Change gloves. And I am going to grab my bent tweezers. Okay. These are my locking ones, so I should just be able to do that. Alright, very good. So, let's grab some flux. This will be a soldering wick. I don't expect I'll do a whole lot of talking while I'm trying to remove the chip and stuff. I will comment when I feel like I have something to say. These boards take a lot of heat. I'm not worried about protecting anything else on the board. On this board, we will want to protect some things on the customer board. My Atten was was giving me an error code yesterday. Doesn't seem to be doing it today, but see how long that lasts. It was doing it on the highest temp, which is what I like to use on these type of boards. So we'll have to see how things go. Very good. And we pulled 2 pads on that. We have to be much more careful with theirs. Yeah, that would not have been a good pull on theirs. So what we wanted off that one was the Southbridge. So, and that's what we got. We will not use the drop method on theirs. Now we need to clean and prep for reball. The primary iron on this will be the 120 watt. I am going to lower the temperature. I know I didn't note it, but I want to lower the temperature while we're working on the chip to about 420. Okay. Our wick has gotten saturated. Let me grab some new. Those are not pulled pads, they're just oxidated. One of the minor annoyances of this job. These pads do like to oxidate quite quickly. To lightly scrape them, not scrape them hard. be good enough. Alright, I need to find my stencils. So I'm thinking I might pull a couple of balls on that. So I don't think the captain tape method is going to work. There's enough to grab onto with the stencil. Let me see here. Grab my solder balls. Just make sure that they will cooperate. I'm probably not going to manually reball this. I'm probably going to use paste if I can. But I need to lock the stencil in. So those look like they'll do fine. Aside for the moment, so I can get that dealt with. You. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to drop down to 450 on this one. You know, I think I'm actually going to drop down to 380. And then we're going to lower the lower the airflow to about 20%. And try to get these balls to flow. This was a hard one to post the temperatures on before I start, because I'm usually winging it. That's fine. Like I said, we're not trying to do a perfectly formed ball there. Just wanted enough to lock the stencil on. Like so. So it's not moving around. I'm just trying this method. This is an experimentation. This thing has no power to begin with, so see, let's find the method that will work well. Now I think we can use the Captain. We want sticky side up on that. And tape it down. Side down on that. Sticky side down on that. Pull that up and stretch it out. Make it flat. Okay, now we'll lock our stencil back in. Okay, where's my lock? I'm gonna need it. Pretty sure I don't want to use a 158 on this. We'll use a 183. This could end up being a disaster. We'll see. We could end up having to use solder balls. This is so thick that you're probably supposed to use solder balls in it anyway, even though it's supposed to be direct heat. Just see how it goes. Okay, let's give this thing a whirl. I think we will go 450. And I'm going to heat it indirectly. First we'll heat up the whole thing. And then we'll concentrate indirectly. And as we float, we'll go more direct. All right. Let it dry. Hopefully we got droppage on that one. Check my message here. Alright. We have one floaty solder ball and two floaty solder balls. Alright. Make sure we have no extra solder balls on here. Carefully take this off the tape. And we'll reflow it again off the tape where there isn't any solder. Oops. It appears like we've had a successful reflow. Successful reball. But I need to check these messages and I'll be right back. Okay, let's give this a quick reflow and then I've got to put this aside and do another quick repair. Nice pretty balls. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to let that dry, and then we'll come back to it when I can get back to it. Okay, I'm finally back to this. In between the first part of this video, I have dealt with an emergency repair on 2 iPads and a PS4 Pro. Alright, so I definitely want to direct my heat away from that chip. And I would like to throw some protection on that chip, just to make sure I don't wreck it or float it or anything of that nature. And we'll throw a little bit of aluminum on top of it too. Why don't I just throw aluminum on it? Because this aluminum tape, I haven't been real impressed with its adhesive. It's not a high temperature adhesive. So I need to find an aluminum tape that has some. Alright, so we do want to take care of removing this one. Alright. We will not be doing drop method with this one. Okay, looks like we have successfully pulled without pulling pads. That's the good news. Because we still got to clean it and find out. Alright, let's get our equipment back on. We'll have this area with leaded. Pretty good. Wick it clean using tech spray. We're just gliding. We're not putting any downward pressure. Just skating across it. Okay, that looks pretty good. Sorry that you're not quite centered. More focused. Okay, we're definitely going to have to clean all that off. Okay, so right over here is our pin 1. It's the only one. See the angled, that curved. That's pin 1. Grab our rebowled Southbridge. Nice thing about wicking the pads is it kind of just locks in place. Kind of. And when it isn't sticking to your finger. You do not need to be perfect for this first part, but close. Alright, so I am going to take our air down to about 20%. I am not trying to reflow the whole thing at the moment. What I really want to do is kind of tack it in place. Even one corner will be fine. Okay, stop. See how we did. Okay, it's tacked in place. Now we're going to add some flux. Bring the juice. See, move it in place a little bit on that side. And give it a little nudge. Let it cool off for a few minutes or a minute. Take a look. Looks like it's down. Alright. Didn't fill anything up over here. Doesn't appear so. Oh, that's clean. Actually, I'm probably going to take this off screen so that I can use my air compressor. I kind of want to get as much out from under that chip as I can. So I'll come back with the summary. Real quick before I take this back, I want to do a real quick test on and make sure we have relieved our shorts. We're not still shorted. Let's find a place for our red probe on ground. Connector will do. Alright, our shorts are gone. That doesn't mean this Southbridge is going to work, but it's hopeful. I'll take it back and I will come back with a summary update. If not, we will do a part 2. Okay, update and summary. I returned the board back to the shop. They tested it. Everything is checking out. It's running fine. So that was a successful repair, Southbridge repair. So in summary, we tested the board. There's a no power board. We tested on the other side of the Southbridge. We found a short. 2 filters and a capacitor were shorted, which indicated that the Southbridge was not working, was actually shorted itself. So what we did was we pulled a donor Southbridge off a donor board, reballed it, pulled the shorted Southbridge off their board, and then cleaned it up and put the donor Southbridge on and took it back to the shop. Everything's checking out good. So that's really it for this repair. If you have any questions about the equipment I used in this video, take a look in the description below. If you like this video, hit the like button on your way out. Do me a favor, and it really helps the channel. If you have any questions, by all means, post them in the comment section, and I'll do my best to answer what I can. And if you like this type of content, hit the subscribe button, maybe the notification bell, and you'll know when I post videos. It's usually about twice a week at this point. So that's really all I had to ask of you. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time.